What's up, guys? Welcome back to Horror Talk, Episode 7. Today we're tackling Italian horror films, and maybe some Giallo too, but mainly just Italian horror films. So I got my guest. You know who it is. It's Greg.
Become a regular at this point.
Yeah. We'll always have more guests, but
hopefully, yeah.
I just haven't.
Not that I don't like coming on here, but you know.
You're always welcome.
Yeah, indeed. Thank you.
So, what do you want to? Which
so
one do you want to tackle
I figured
first?
we kind of go director by director. You know,
All right.
Just name some films you like by them. What do you like about their work? Let's start with the elephant in the room here. That's Dario Argento. He may be the most famous of the Italian horror directors.
Let's start with.
He has a lot of really good movies. We got Suspiria.
We saw that on the big screen.
Saw it on the big screen. It was amazing. The colors in this movie are amazing.
Very vibrant.
Vibrant colors. Just a
Lighting's
cool,
good.
very unsettling story. I really like this movie a lot. It's excellent. He kind of made a indirect sequel also called Inferno.
Yeah.
Which I feel like Inferno is underrated. I mean, everyone talks about Suspiria because it is an amazing film, and like I said, the cinematography is fantastic in it. But I think Inferno is like almost equally as good as Suspiria, honestly. Like, it's got that cool, like, underwater shot at the beginning.
I haven't seen it as much.
Good. That cool underwater sequence at the beginning, like, that was some awesome filmmaking, man.
Yeah, that was good.
You gotta love that. Plus, the guy getting eaten by rats, in that movie is...
The cauldron boiling.
Yeah, that's a great one. And what's your favorite Argento film?
Well, I like... Deep Red, also Profondo Rosso.
Profondo Rosso. Yeah, that is an excellent movie. I mean,
that's probably my favorite.
I mean, it's considered his masterpiece, so I can't fault you for that one being your favorite.
Yeah, it's. I heard scholars study this movie.
I could see
Joe
that.
Bob said that.
I could see that. I mean, it is a deep movie, as in the title.
Deep Red.
Profondo Rosso.
This is the Blu-ray Arrow video. Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's got that creepy doll in it.
Yeah, it runs, smashes the guy in the head.
Oh,
well,
man.
actually, I don't want to spoil it, but if you have seen it, you know what happens next. He gets bashed in the head.
Yeah. So my favorite Argento film is Tenebrae. I love Tenebrae.
There you go.
It is my favorite Argento film. It's maybe not his best, but I just really love this movie. Like, it's got John Saxon in it.
Yeah,
it's
he's playing is he a cop?
I think he's like isn't he like the publicist or whatever, like the agent for the author? It's got a twist ending, you know, like you think you know who the killer is.
It has like a double twist.
It does have like a double twist ending. Plus, you know, like the woman with her arm getting cut off and painting the whole walls red is awesome and awesome scene. It's also the soundtrack by Goblin is really awesome in this film. I mean, it's one of my favorites. Yeah, the Tenebrae score is awesome.
We saw that live.
We did see that live. Yes, we saw Goblin, which was awesome.
Yeah.
So that's probably my favorite Argento film. Although he has a lot of really good ones too. Like I said, he's very prolific. He had a lot of films. Another great one that a lot of people haven't seen is Phenomenon, also known as Creepers.
Jennifer Connelly.
With Jennifer Connelly, young Jennifer Connelly. She was about the same time she filmed Labyrinth, and Donald Pleasance.
Yeah, he's in it. He has a pet chimp.
Yes, he does. Like his helper, because he's like in a wheelchair in the movie, and he has his like helper, like chimp monkey with him. And the best part is that monkey gets revenge on Donald Pleasance with a razor blade.
Yeah,
monkey with a straight razor, man. It's hard to beat.
That movie always reminded me of what was that game? Clock Tower.
Oh yeah, kind of. I could see that.
Because there's a Jennifer in
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Her name's Jennifer in the movie.
There was the morphed boy.
Plus, they both have like dark hair. Yeah, well, yeah, and the boy is like disformed or deformed or whatever.
It's not completely.
No, but I could see the the connections there.
Yeah.
That makes total sense.
But that's one. What about Demons? You like Demons?
I do like Demons. I've only seen the first two. I've not seen the third one. Isn't there a third one? Called The Church, I think is what it's called.
Yep, right here.
Have not seen that one. I'll get to it eventually, I'm sure. The first one is my favorite. It's a lot of fun. I mean,
this one's pretty good.
Most of the movie takes place in a movie theater, which you would think like would kind of limit what happens in there. But at one point, a helicopter falls through the ceiling, and then a guy rides around on a motorcycle with a katana sword, just slaying the demons.
It was awesome.
It's a really good time.
And the second one has a high rise.
Yeah, oh yeah.
With like,
I like that one too. But like I said, the first one's my favorite. But that one's
timeless. I showed it to one of my friends recently, and she really liked it. She showed it to her mom.
Oh, heck
and then her dad walked in on the nipple and cocaine scene.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And he was like, "What are you watching?"
Yeah.
And she had to explain it.
It's Italian horror. It's excellent.
Yeah. Where do you want to go
Any
next?
other Argentos, or are we?
Let's go to Fulci.
Let's go, Lucio Fulci. Why not?
Zombie.
Okay, Zombie. Yep, you got to talk about Zombie. That's an excellent movie. What I love about this movie is that unlike other zombie movies like the Dead, series, Romero and all that, like those movies are always set like in these dark, like dreary locations. I love Zombie because it's set on a tropical island and it's like bright and tropical, and you wouldn't think that works with zombies, but it totally does.
My favorite scene in the movie is the zombie versus the shark.
Shark versus zombie is probably the most famous scene in there. That's awesome.
That's why I think they have a T-shirt on.
You should. I'd get a zombie versus shark shirt. That's awesome. Yeah, that's probably one of the most memorable scenes. That and where the eyes, the nails coming through in the eyes. That's pretty memorable.
I have seen a shirt of that.
I definitely. I think I was on Fright Rags. In fact, I was looking.
Probably.
Yeah,
just close up the eye.
That's a fun one. My favorite Lucio Fulci is The Beyond.
Oh yeah,
that's probably my favorite Fulci film. I really like that. I like the setting of New Orleans.
I have the ultimate.
Oh, nice. Oh yeah, Seven Doors of Death. That's awesome.
But that's basically The Beyond.
Yeah, that's The Beyond. Same different alternate title. This movie's really good. It's set in New Orleans, which I like the setting. It's about a woman who inherits a hotel, and it's on the gates to hell. And of course, a lot of bad things happen, and it's creepy, and I really like it. So, and that's probably
wasn't there like Gates of Hell trilogy?
There was. It was House by the Cemetery, the Beyond, and what was
City of the Living Dead.
City of the Living Dead. Yes. Yeah, the Beyond's my favorite. Those are all good movies. All three of those movies I enjoy them. But man, the Beyond's my favorite for sure.
My favorite's House by the Cemetery.
It's a good one too. Everyone loves to hate Bob.
Yeah, the most hateable character.
Yeah, exactly.
And I like what was his name? It's Dr. Freudstein.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He actually influenced Dr. Satan in House of a Thousand Corpses.
I could see that. I didn't know
Rob
that.
Zombie, at least from what I heard, Rob Zombie got his influence for House of a Thousand Corpses from House of the Cemetery.
Okay.
House by the Cemetery.
I could see that. That's kind of cool. I didn't know that before.
Yeah, I read that a long time ago.
Man.
I don't know how true it is, but it sounds about right.
It sounds cool. Yeah, it sounds about right. Why wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
Any other Fulci films you want to mention?
No.
New York Ripper.
New York Ripper.
That's a good
I've seen that one.
That's just straight giallo, man. Nothing supernatural in there, unlike all the.
He has a duck mask.
Yeah, he like talks like Donald Duck, which is kind of weird. The killer, but it's good. It's just a straight giallo, trying to figure out who's murdering these like prostitutes in New York. It's a straight giallo movie. I enjoy it a lot.
It's sleazy. It's awesome.
It's very good. Set in New York
it's driving kind of way.
Yeah.
One I like would be now this isn't Fulci, but House by the Cemetery.
Yeah, heck yeah, that movie's great. I love that movie. It's great because it starts off. So it's about this guy and his helper who live in a cemetery, and 7 days after someone gets buried, they come back as a zombie. And I love it because it starts off as like kind of just, you think it's going to be like a straight zombie movie. It's just going to be like a fun time. But then the ending gets like very existential and weird. Yeah. And like, it's really cool.
It's kind of a twist, but I can't say.
Weird, trippy ending to it. I mean, it's really good. It's definitely worth your time. Made in the 90s too, 95 or something was when that came out. Like,
says,
one of the last great Italian horror movies in my opinion.
I think it was 96.
Yeah, somewhere in mid 90s.
95.
Yeah. One of the last great Italian horror movies of this era. From the 60s on to the 90s is. That's the golden age of Italian horror. Let's be
frightfully funny.
Yeah, it's really
funny.
good.
This is also loosely based off Dylan Dog Dead of Night, which is a comic series.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, fun facts.
No, there you go. That's pretty cool.
What about Blade in the Dark? We're going to go over that.
Blade in the Dark? Who directed Blade in the Dark?
We watched that one.
Lamberto Bava, right? Yeah, that's Mario Bava's son. Yeah. Blade in the Dark was really good. It's set in Rome. It's about this composer trying to compose in Rome, and then like there's all these murders that happen around him.
He's trying to figure out what's going on.
What I love about this movie is at no point does he call the police. He's just going to figure this out himself. Yeah. I'm like, all right, man, let's do this.
And there's a lot of suspects.
There are a lot of suspects. That's also a straight giallo. Nothing supernatural going on. Just a guy with a razor blade slicing up young women out in the gardens of Tuscany. You know.
Yeah, and you watched one recently that I recommended.
By Mario Bava. That's Lamberto Bava's father from 1963. That was Blood and Black Lace.
Yeah,
which is, man, I was watching that. I actually watched it last night for the first time, and there were a couple things. Pretty standard. It was a proto giallo. It's straight, nothing supernatural. Once again, just a murderer. It's a whodunit kind of, which is what giallos are. They're kind of murder mysteries if you don't know. But this one was spectacular because I just was watching it last night and I couldn't help but thinking how beautiful the cinematography was in this movie. Like the colors just are vivid and they pop, and the acting's good. It's like a classy giallo. It really is. Like it was crazy to think in 1963 Mario Bava made this movie, and like back then, like horror did not get the love that it does now,
because it was like Vietnam and 60s.
Yeah, like it was not nearly as mainstream, and the fact that he made this movie in 63 was kind of blowing my mind last night. You know.
Yeah, and the killer looks pretty unique. He has like a nothing face. With a
like they have like a kind of like a
suit.
And the fedora on. And there's obviously there's a twist ending. You know, I think I figured it out a little ahead of time. But no, it's still a good movie. It's a great movie. It looks awesome. It's like I said, the cinematography is gorgeous. Go check that one out. It's on Shudder right now. Yeah, if you want to watch that one. Speaking of Mario Bava, I've talked about this before on the slashers one, but I love A Bay of Blood.
Yeah, you guys mentioned that.
Which also known as Twitch of the Death Nerve. I mean, that movie just is a great piece of Italian horror right there. Yeah, I can't recommend enough.
Yeah, definitely a good one. I enjoyed it. One thing I noticed with giallo films, though, if you've seen them, you probably know this, or at least I've noticed. Most of the time, the killer is a woman. Which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's the thing. They always put the twist in there, you know. Like, I actually in Bird in the Crystal Plumage by Argento.
Yeah, let's talk about.
That woman. That was a woman killer one. Yeah. Spoiler alert. I didn't see that coming. That was a really good movie. That was a good twist for sure.
That was definitely a good one. Because I thought it was somebody else.
Oh, me too. Yeah, I had no idea.
Like the guy that was eating the cats.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You think it's the weird cat eating guy, but it's just the lady. Yeah. No, yeah, that was a good twist ending for sure. I enjoyed that one a lot.
Because then you think it's somebody else. It's just a good twist.
Yeah. Like I said, if you like murder mysteries, and you know these giallo films are right up your alley.
Yeah. Let's see, is there any others we didn't mention?
What else have we not mentioned? We've kind of covered the big name directors and all their main films.
We said Cat of Nine Tails?
No, actually. I don't think I've seen that one, actually. I need to watch that one.
I haven't seen it either, so sorry. We're going to have to skip that.
There's so many Italian films. You can't watch them all. Another thing about these Italian movies, which it bothers some people. It doesn't bother me, but all the dialogue is dubbed. Yeah. Like, even if the actor was speaking English, they still dub it in later, which I don't mind it. It doesn't bother me. If anything, it's kind of like almost like part of what makes it seem Italian. And I enjoy it kind of almost, like this is the dubbing. Like, I don't know, some people don't like it. I think it's fine.
It doesn't bother me.
It doesn't bother me at all. In fact, I kind of like it.
Yeah, it kind of makes it better.
Yeah, it gives it's the Italian flavor, you know?
Yeah. Magnifico.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not Italian or American, but I respect all Italian culture.
That's right.
I love their films. Let's see, is there anything else?
What else we got down here? Anything?
I think we covered pretty much all of these.
Covered all the good stuff, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let me think. Is there anything on Shudder?
They have a whole curated giallo section on Shudder, which I really enjoy. Like, that's really cool they did that, you know? Cause, I mean, that's why I have Shudder, you know, because it does stuff like that. No other streaming service do you have a giallo section.
Yeah, you have a Hall of Argento, which is also cool.
Yeah.
There's a section. So you guys, if you have Shudder, go out there and
Go look at the Giallo section. There's some good stuff.
Or the Argento section. Either one.
Both are excellent.
But I think we've covered the basics.
Yeah, I mean, if we missed any that you really like, put them down in the comments.
Definitely put them in the comments.
I need to watch more Italian horror.
Yeah, I think there's one. I can't remember. I haven't seen it, but I think it's Lucio Fulci's like Cat on the Brain.
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, we'll have to skip that one too.
I'm always up for a Fulci film now. So
yeah, it's on the Roku channel. So
all right,
those have Roku.
Yeah,
or just, in my opinion, go buy it.
Or Tubi's got a lot of good stuff. I'm sure. Yeah. I haven't looked at the specifically Italian stuff on Tubi yet, but man, Tubi's got a lot of good stuff on there.
Yeah, but yeah, definitely. If you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Let me know. Yeah. Let us know what your favorite.
What we miss. Yeah, what's your favorite Italian horror film?
Yeah, I'd love to hear from you guys. So, anyways, don't forget to like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.